Stugotz, Jerry Jones has gotten away with a wink and a hand on your knee for a long time. I've been to Dallas to do the magazine stories where I'm welcomed into his office, and he is charming as hell. It's just Texas smooth. It's hand on your knee. Like he knows how important he is, and he makes you feel good about yourself. But we've learned that rich people all across the disparities in economics across the world right now, very few of them arrived where they are without a whole lot of neck stepping and a whole lot of ugly stuff that has to happen for you to get to the top of where you are. And I just can't imagine what the slush fund side money is for just make all the stuff go away that rich people can make go away and powerful people can make go away, no matter how bad or ugly it might be.
And that's the subtext of these two stories, both from Don Van Natta. I've worked with him before, and I'm not going to speak for him whatsoever because I don't know what he's working on, but I have to imagine it feels like tip of the iceberg sort of stuff, because you'd have to imagine that at some point a subtext is being built for Jerry Jones pays for things to go away. And so what happens from here, I'm really interested in, like from a pure journalism standpoint, because I can't imagine Don Van Natta's, the finish line on his work is yesterday's story. It's continuing to try and dig and dig and dig and find what else is actually, like you said, documentation, what is out there to be proven.
There's not anyone else doing it, I don't believe. This is a Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist who gave us the original ESPN glimpse into some of the Jerry Jones stuff, because Jerry Jones said, come along, be in the box with me as Adrian Peterson tries to get traded to my team, and I'm violating all sorts of rules in the skybox because I'm trying to get Adrian Peterson. He let Don Van Natta in to his home, into his suite. He welcomed the attraction of, sure, cover the circus. What are you guys going to find? I was surprised that Van Natta was the one reporting this years and years later, because usually with that access, a whole lot of people get bought, Stugotz. Just compromise their soul. I don't mean bought actually. I mean, it's real easy for a journalist to get intoxicated by Jerry Jones thinks I'm important. I'm never going to ask him difficult questions. I'm not going to report stuff about you. You trade. It's one of the things I've been talking to you about with what we found out during the pandemic about what these information insiders are doing to make their value $10, $15 million, whether it's Schefter or Woj or however you keep your relationships, because journalism's not a very human business. A reporter meets you, you don't give him access or her access that is trusting to your life. You show that person what you wish, which is Jerry Jones, watch and look and Don about how fascinating and famous my life is. Not look in the shadows that fame leads in a 25-year-old daughter who I paid so that nobody would know I was her father, allegedly.
I had the same reaction Roy had. Man, I'm trying to think. Is there a story or a headline where I'd be surprised if it involved Jerry Jones, where I'd be shocked or surprised? I don't think there is one. I mean, I just don't.
You're incapable of being shocked.
Yes. So by anything Jerry Jones has done throughout his life.
So if I told you right now, stunningly enough, that Jerry Jones had murdered Amari Cooper, driven him in the desert, and thrown him into the sand, you would be like, not shocked.
No, I wouldn't be surprised if he paid a hitman to do that.
Yes.
I wouldn't be surprised at that. Him doing the dirty work, though.
So you guys are incapable of being surprised by...
This is all Dan's fault by throwing it out.
Murderous. How is this my fault?
Reckless.
That
You gave them the room to start speculating.
Oh, but why do they have to take it to the most extreme place of
Why don't you know that they would always push it to the limit?
Incapable of surprise.
You gave us permission.
Jerry Jones has done so much that I assume is malfeasance that there is no behavior he's capable of. If he were Putin right now going to war with Ukraine, there's nothing I would be surprised by.
So you took it to the limit there.
I just don't understand how it's possible that you.
But also, I wouldn't put it past him.
I wouldn't either.
I was going to say paper trail. I don't know why.
Just paper trail.
Roy had a hitman killing a mark.
You have been wanting, for 3 weeks, Stugotz has been wanting to say,
Dalrymple's got the goods.
I've given him the opening at every turn. Stugotz forgets we're doing something together here. He just gets lost in thought.
I'm uncomfortable with Dalrymple having the goods on Jerry. I got to be honest with you.
He has wanted to do nothing more for 3 weeks than utter the allegation Dalrymple had the goods on Jerry Jones.
I mean, he was one of the guys, it appears, according to Don Van Natta, that would clean up a lot of Jerry's messes. And then when Dalrymple had a mess, it kind of just went away. And that's because I believe Dalrymple has the goods on Jerry Jones. I mean, how about that?